He lived east of the great river, not in a palace, but in shadows, not surrounded by followers, but burdened by a curse. He had once been a son, a brother, a tiller of the ground. Then came the blood. A voice cried out from the earth, and judgment followed swiftly.
What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
He was not executed. Instead, he was marked, preserved.
Therefore whosoever slayeth him, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon him, and he went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden.
Some say he wandered without purpose. Others say he built something, not of stone, not a temple, but an ideal, a legacy, a code. He had no noble name to pass on, only a scar, yet his bloodline endured. He took a wife, had a son, and built a city.
And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch.
It wasn't merely a city of stone. It was a sanctuary of silence, a refuge for those who saw the world differently, who believed that what society labeled as evil was merely misunderstood. They did not kneel. They offered no sacrifices. Instead, they remembered. They revered. They multiplied. Whispers grew into tradition. Tradition hardened into doctrine. And doctrine transformed into ritual. A secret code, passed not through writing, but through blood. His name was Cain, and those who followed became something darker, something hidden, something internal. They became the Cainites. It didn't end with exile, it began with inversion. The Cainites didn't worship heaven, they revered those cast aside. They believed the world was inverted. What prophets condemned, they embraced as enlightenment. To them, the serpent in Eden wasn't deceptive, he was a liberator. The tree of knowledge wasn't forbidden, it was a gateway. The fall wasn't humanity's curse, it was humanity's awakening. They sought no forgiveness.
Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness.
The Cainites weren't merely rebels, they constructed an alternate morality. Betrayal became wisdom, brokenness became divine. They revered the first outcast, east of Eden, whispering reverence for the one who shed innocent blood, yet walked free. They honored those who followed his path. Esau, who traded his destiny for immediate satisfaction. Sodom, whose ruin became sacred to them. Judas, the betrayal. They viewed these figures not as villains, but as keepers of hidden truth.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
Inspired by obscure Gnostic writings and suppressed texts, the Cainites believed that Judas' betrayal wasn't treachery, it was a part of a sacred, hidden purpose. They taught that evil wasn't merely unfortunate, it was a revelation necessary for deeper understanding. Their doctrine reversed traditional morality, a blueprint crafted to dismantle established beliefs and build an entirely new order. They saw conventional righteousness as confinement, believing true freedom was found by embracing the first rebel, the first to strike, the first to build, the first to carry a mark, yet remained untouched. The Cainites did not reject divinity, they simply embraced a different path. When empires fell and temples burned, not all scrolls vanished into flame. Some traveled south, beyond the Sinai, beyond Egypt, into the highlands of Cush, into the ancient mountains of Ethiopia.
And the name of the second river is Gihon, the same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia.
It was here, in the region once known as Cush, that echoes of Eden endured. Within churches and secluded libraries, whispers persisted. Texts forbidden by Rome, the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, the Testaments, found refuge and preservation. And alongside these texts came a hidden theology, a dangerous memory. The Ethiopian Canaan preserved what others discarded. It remembered those erased by history. Legends tell us of descendants from outcast tribes journeying south with sacred scrolls. They speak of Cain's lineage, the Cainites traveling from Midian to the land of Cush.
The Cainites and the Cainites and the Cainites.
They were wanderers, yes, but they were also metalsmiths, priests, watchers, guardians, perhaps of a darker inheritance. At the heart of Aksum, guarded by a solitary monk who never leaves his post, lies an object, shrouded in power and mystery, the Ark of the Covenant.
And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to prove him with hard questions.
According to Ethiopian tradition, it was taken by Menelik I, son of Solomon and Sheba, to Aksum. But what if it wasn't just the tablets of law that came with him? What if it was something else hidden inside? A lineage, a legend, a legacy, a record not of faith, but of blood. And somewhere in those mountains, in the libraries closed to the world, the truth remains. Cain's bloodline didn't vanish, it migrated, and it was protected. Not every bloodline was destined to rule. Some were meant to wait in the shadows, to wait beneath the earth, to wait until the moment the seal would break. In Ethiopia, there are murmurs of a distinctive birthmark, a red symbol appearing at birth, fading with age. Some see it as a blessing, others as a curse. Amid the churches of Lalibela and the hidden libraries of Aksum, there are stories of a secret record, a genealogical list sealed away alongside the Ark itself, a hidden vault of names.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
What if this passage is not merely symbolic? What if it describes a parallel lineage, a bloodline mimicking holiness but rooted in rebellion? Modern scholars examining Ethiopian royal genealogies have encountered perplexing anomalies. Family branches older than Solomon's, clans claiming descent from figures absent in Western traditions. The Cainites, the Cushnites, the Watchers. Some link them to unusual genetic traits, rare blood proteins, uncommon immunities, clandestine priesthood guarding a nameless secret. What if the Ark was never just a vessel for stone tablets? What if it contained something more profound? A record not of divine laws, but of human lineage. If true, then whoever breaks its seal inherit more than just faith. They inherit the mark. In the world of satellites and sensors, old bloodlines shouldn't matter, but they do. Across forums, encrypted channels, and the quiet corners of the dark web, A name keeps surfacing, a symbol, a pattern, the mark. Not drawn, not tattooed, but something older, recorded in code, facial recognition anomalies, undocumented DNA markers, ritual scars passed down through generations. In some regions, children are still born with the red birthmark, a faint flame over the spine or the wrist. Elders call it tefritu, the fated. Some say it's nothing, others say it's a seal.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
The first murder didn't just break a brotherhood, it birthed a bloodline. It crossed deserts. It rewrote history. It hid behind holiness. And now, it remembers. Cainites, not forgotten, not destroyed, preserved. And if they still walk among us, the ark isn't a relic, it's a vault. And the mark isn't just a legend, it's their legacy.